Hey page turners, welcome back to Longbox, the weekly comic book review where I talk about the books I love, hate, buy, and leave on the shelf. With today's industry, there are a lot of independent artists, writers, and books out on the market that nobody ever even has a chance to hear about. So with this show, I'd like to give some support to those independent artists out there that are working really hard to put out books that a lot of people really don't know about. So, if you're an independent artist and you have an independent book, get a hold of me. Let me know, send me your book, I'll do a review, and I'll actually give you some promotion on the show. And this week, we just happen to have a submitted book, Onrie Kompan's Soon Shin, Warrior Defender. This graphic novel depicts the events that Soon Shin and his fleet experienced during the Japanese invasion of 1592 to 1598. If you know anything about that Japanese invasion, they were not kind and they had no remorse. Onrie's writing gives you a very intimate look at the dialogue that went on behind the scenes between these naval captains. Giovanni Timpano's artwork adds a sense of realism to this book that only can be accompanied by the writing. In this book, you're going to find a great story and some great artwork, as well as some behind the scenes and some extra content in the back, as well as a great foreword by Stan Lee himself. If you'd like to check out more about Soon Shin, Warrior Defender from Onrie Kompan, I've included a link below that'll take you directly to the website, and he has assured me that any orders that are placed right through his website, your book will be signed by him himself. And any of you guys out there that are working on a book, if you're trying to promote something that you're doing independently, shoot me a line. Let me know what you got going on. If your book's done, send it in. I'll check it out. I'll review it, and I'll give you guys a shout out here on the show, man. Since I'm a Michigan boy, he's a Michigan boy, why not give my man some love? Vibe #1 came out this week. It also ties in well with Justice League of America #1, which we also got the Michigan cover. This book actually was really interesting. It gave you just enough of an origin for the character to where you could get behind him. It gave you a taste of his new powers. Plus, the issue leaves off on a really good cliffhanger that makes you kind of want to read the next issue. So, what better can you ask for an issue, especially a new issue, than something that makes you want to read the next issue? Justice League of America. If you didn't pick up this book this week, you might want to go out and pick it up. Vibe is the leader of Justice League of America. We see a little bit of a changing of the guards in this issue. Now, I will want to say this. Fitch, your artwork is really good. However, anytime somebody inks it, to me, it turns bad. It's not horrible, but it's not what it is when it's in the pencil form. That's the only problem I had with this issue. Writing, story, progression, all of it worked really, really good. But man, Finch, man, I don't like when people ink your work. I wish I could just get a book with you penciling. I would buy it. And following right along with the parody covers, this week we have Spawn 228 with the Action Comics cover. Where do I start with this? For a while, Spawn was doing really crazy. It was chaotic. Nobody could understand what was going on. There was the transition between Jim Downing and Al Simmons. Nobody could understand what's going on. The last 6-7 issues have really been making sure everything mixes and blends well, and this issue does not fail at all. On this book, we have Tom Orzechowski, Todd McFarlane, and Simon Kradunsky, and they are bringing one hell of a Spawn book this week. This issue gives a lot of the behind the scenes of what Clown's been up to, what he's got in the works, and even hints to some off-branching Spawn books like Hellspawn. For a while there, people just really couldn't wrap their heads around the new Spawn character, Jim Downing. They wanted Al Simmons back. But these last few issues have really kind of worked everything into the fold and kind of made it seem like this is how things were supposed to go. I'm going to have to say this book's damn near perfect. The artwork, the writing, the lettering, everything was spot on. Job well done, Team Spawn. For all you wizards out there, we have Magic the Gathering Path of Vengeance #3. Comes with the Goblin Arsonist, and when Goblin Arsonist comes into play, destroy target land. He takes 4 colorless and 1 mountain to cast, and he's a 3/3. So if you're a Magic the Gathering fan, you're a wizard, you just like collecting cards, this is an issue to pick up. Lock and Key Omega #3. There are 4 more issues to this whole story. And as I said in my first issue, Lock and Key is a book that I highly suggest to anybody, everybody, dogs, cats, grandmas, astronauts, aliens, amoebas, bacteria, anybody I can suggest it to, I tell them pick this book up. This book is a twist from most of the issues. Most of the issues you deal with really good storyline, character development. This issue starts getting right to the nitty-gritty. With 4 issues left, the chaos, the drama, the horror, the thriller, the suspense, it's all building right now, and this issue really delivers that. Red Hood and the Outlaws #17. This is right in line with the Death of the Family story arc. You're going to want to pick up this book. If you've been following the Death of the Family story arc, this book is a must. I don't want to give anything away on this book other than buy it. Just go out, get it, buy it, read it. If you don't like it, give it to somebody else. But I guarantee you're going to like this book, especially if you're a Joker fan. Pick this book up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Another new book starting out this week is Alpha Big Time, #1. This book is right along the lines with your Spider-Man type character. Whereas Spider-Man has great power comes great responsibility. Alpha, however, has great power and no responsibility. Basically the same story. You got a teenage kid that's subject to an experiment that's gone wrong and he gains powers from it. In this issue, we see Alpha dealing with his day-to-day life. Home, school, relationships, and trying to figure out how all the superhero and super ability is going to factor into all that. I highly recommend this book for younger kids. This week we have Superior Spider-Man #4. In this issue, Doc Spidey is an all-around superior Spider-Man. He's taking down more thugs, returning more valuables, just saving the day way more than his predecessor ever did. However, the whole time Peter Parker's just kind of standing there like, man, this isn't the way you do things. And with all this do-goodery going on, do you really think that all the supervillains are just going to sit idly by and let it go on? No. At the end of this issue, we get a glimpse of the villain that's going to make this title stand out. Hey guys, as always, I shoot the show in the shop, Comic Explosion, here in Lapeer, Michigan. We're located at 214 East Nipissing Street, right downtown Lapeer. So stop in, take advantage of the sales we got going on. 50% off all back issues and 25% off hardcovers and trade paperbacks. I'd love to see you.